Imagine a world divided by empires, where power is the ultimate currency. This was the world before the emergence of Islam. Let's cast our minds back to the sands of time, where two colossal powers held sway over vast territories. The Roman Empire to the west and the Persian Empire to the east were the superpowers of their day, locked in a perennial struggle for dominance. The Roman Empire, a sophisticated and complex entity, was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and religions. Its citizens were bound together by the rule of law, an intricate road system, and the Latin language. The Romans had a pantheon of gods with Jupiter at its helm, and every aspect of their lives was imbued with religious significance. Meanwhile, to the east, the Persian Empire, known for its architectural splendor and scholarly pursuits, was a beacon of civilization. This empire was a hodgepodge of diverse peoples and cultures, unified under the banner of Zoroastrianism, a monotheistic religion that predates Christianity and Islam. The political structures of these empires were vastly different. The Romans were ruled by an emperor, a position often marked by intrigue and bloodshed. The Persians, on the other hand, were led by a Shahanshah, or King of Kings, an autocratic ruler who wielded absolute power. These empires, though vast and formidable, were not without their flaws. The pursuit of power often led to corruption and tyranny, and the common people frequently bore the burden of these excesses. But amidst this turmoil, a beacon of hope was about to emerge in the harsh desert lands of Arabia. In the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, the seeds of a new faith, a new way of life, were being sown. It was amidst this world of power, division, and spiritual yearning that Islam was born. This world, ripe with power and division, was the fertile ground upon which Islam began its journey. In the harsh desert of Arabia, a new power was stirring, the power of faith. Amidst the shifting sands and under the scorching sun, a message of unity and peace began to take root, marking the birth of Islam. The story of Islam begins in the 7th century in Mecca, a bustling trade center in what is now Saudi Arabia. It was here that a man named Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah, peace be upon him, later known as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received revelations from God through the angel Gabriel. These divine messages, which would later form the Quran, the holy book of Islam, spread a monotheistic belief system, proposing the worship of a single deity, Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not merely a spiritual leader, but a social reformer as well. He sought to unify the numerous Arab tribes who were often at odds with each other. These tribes, each with their own customs and gods, were fragmented, and their incessant feuds often led to violence and unrest. The Prophet's message of unity under Islam offered a solution to this discord, an opportunity to bring together these disparate tribes under a common banner. Following the death of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Islam didn't waver, but instead it found new leadership. This leadership took shape as the Rashidun Caliphate, the first of the 4 major caliphates established after the Prophet's demise. The term Rashidun translates to rightly guided, aptly named as it was led by the Prophet's closest companions, chosen for their deep understanding and adherence to his teachings. These 4 leaders, known as caliphs, were Abu Bakr, R.A., Umar ibn al-Khattab, R.A., Uthman ibn Affan, R.A., and Ali ibn Abi Talib, R.A. Abu Bakr, R.A., the first caliph, was instrumental in consolidating the Muslim community and setting the stage for the expansion of Islam. He subdued rebellious tribes, unified the Arabian Peninsula, and started the compilation of the Holy Quran into a single book. Umar, R.A., the second caliph, was a strong and effective ruler. Under his leadership, the Rashidun Caliphate expanded at an unprecedented rate, conquering vast regions of the Persian and Byzantine empires. His reign also saw the establishment of an administrative structure and legal code that set the foundation for future Islamic states. Uthman, R.A., the third caliph, continued the policy of expansion. His reign was marked by the final compilation of the Quran in its present form, a significant contribution to Islamic culture and religion. The fourth and final caliph, Ali R.A., faced internal strife and civil war. Despite the challenges, his rule is revered for his fairness, knowledge, and commitment to Islamic principles. The Rashidun caliphs followed a policy of expansion through military conquest and diplomatic negotiations. They aimed to spread Islam and its teachings while also securing political and economic interests. This expansion was not merely territorial, it was an expansion of faith, culture, and civilization. Their rule saw the transformation of the Arabian Peninsula from a region of tribal communities to a vast empire united under the banner of Islam. It marked the beginning of an era of Islamic Golden Age, where advancements in science, arts, and literature flourished. Under the Rashidun Caliphate, the expansion of Islam gained momentum. This momentum would continue long after the Rashidun era, shaping the course of history and leaving a lasting impact on the world. The once mighty Persian Empire lay in the path of the expanding Islamic realm. The Persian Empire, a vast and sophisticated civilization, had been a dominant force in the region for centuries. However, in the 7th century, it found itself facing a new and determined adversary, the Islamic Caliphate. The Islamic forces began their campaigns against Persia under the leadership of the second Caliph, Umar R.A. These were not impulsive attacks, they were strategic and calculated. The Islamic armies, though smaller in size, were highly mobile and disciplined. They adopted a strategy of swift, decisive battles, targeting key cities and regions, disrupting the Persian defense and gradually chipping away at the empire's control. The Battle of Qadisiyah, fought in the year 636, marked a turning point in the Islamic conquest of Persia. After 3 days of fierce combat, the Islamic forces emerged victorious, dealing a severe blow to the Persian Empire. The victory at Qadisiyah paved the way for the Islamic forces to march on the Persian capital, Ctesiphon, which soon fell into their hands. Yet the conquest of the Persian Empire was not just a military endeavor. It was also a process of cultural and religious transformation. As the Islamic forces advanced, they brought with them the teachings of Islam, which gradually spread throughout the Persian lands. Many Persians, attracted by the message of equality and social justice in Islam, embraced the new faith. The fall of the Persian Empire did not happen overnight. It was a process that spanned over 2 decades, marked by a series of battles, negotiations, and cultural exchanges. Yet, by the mid-7th century, the once powerful Persian Empire had become a part of the Islamic realm. The Sasanian dynasty, which had ruled Persia for over 4 centuries, had come to an end, and a new chapter in the region's history had begun. The conquest of Persia marked a significant milestone in the expansion of the Islamic Empire. It extended the realm of Islam from the Arabian Peninsula to the borders of India and Central Asia, creating a vast region united under the banner of Islam. The Persian lands, with their rich resources and strategic location, strengthened the position of the Islamic Empire, enabling it to become a major player in the geopolitical landscape of the time. With the fall of Persia, the Islamic Empire was now a significant power in the region. From the ruins of the old empire, a new civilization arose, one that would leave an indelible mark on the history of the world. The conquest of Persia was not just a military victory. It was a testament to the resilience, determination, and vision of the early Muslims, who, within a few decades, transformed the Arabian Peninsula into a global powerhouse. The Roman Empire, a titan of its time, was next to face the Islamic forces. This was not a skirmish between neighboring tribes. This was a clash of civilizations, a monumental shift in the sands of time. In the 7th century, the Rashidun Caliphate set its sights on the Roman Empire, a bastion of strength and power in the Mediterranean. The Islamic military, fresh from their conquest of Persia, were determined and resolute. The Roman Empire, though formidable, was in a state of flux, weakened by internal conflicts and economic instability. The first significant encounter between the Islamic forces and the Roman Empire was the Battle of Yarmouk. This was a pivotal moment in history, marking the beginning of a series of intense conflicts between these two great powers. The battle lasted 6 days, a testament to the ferocity and determination of both sides. Despite the Romans' superior numbers, the Islamic forces emerged victorious, a feat owed to their superior strategy and the unyielding will of their soldiers. Following the Battle of Yarmouk, the Islamic forces continued to advance, systematically conquering key Roman territories. The cities of Damascus, Jerusalem, and Antioch fell into Islamic hands, further tipping the balance of power in the region. These were not just military victories, they were symbolic triumphs, demonstrating the strength and resilience of the Islamic forces. The conquest of Egypt, a vital Roman province, marked another significant milestone. The Battle of Heliopolis was a turning point, leading to the eventual fall of the province to the Islamic forces. Egypt was a prized possession, rich in resources and strategically located. Its capture dealt a severe blow to the Roman Empire, further weakening its hold on the region. The Roman Empire, once a seemingly invincible force, was gradually losing ground. The Islamic forces, on the other hand, were gaining momentum. Their victories were not just a testament to their military prowess, but also a reflection of their unshakable faith and unity. The conquest of Roman territories was not merely about territorial expansion, it was also about spreading the message of Islam, a faith that preached equality, justice, and peace. The Islamic forces were not conquerors in the traditional sense, they were also ambassadors of a new faith, a new way of life. The fall of key Roman territories marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the region. The Islamic forces, once considered underdogs, had emerged as a formidable power. They had achieved what many thought impossible, reshaping the political and religious landscape of the region. The Roman Empire, a titan of its time, had been humbled. The stage was now set for the next chapter in the story of Islamic expansion, a chapter that would see them venture into new territories, including the heart of Europe. Europe, a continent of diverse cultures and powers, was the next frontier. As the Islamic Empire expanded under the Rashidun Caliphate, its gaze turned towards Europe. This was a land rich in resources, culture, and power, a tantalizing prospect for any empire. The Islamic expansion into Europe began in earnest in the 7th century with the conquest of the Iberian Peninsula. The Iberian Peninsula, a territory now known as Spain and Portugal, was under Visigothic rule at the time. The Visigoths were a Germanic people who had established a kingdom in the region after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. In the year 711, an Islamic force crossed the Strait of Gibraltar and defeated the Visigothic king Roderick at the Battle of Guadalete. Within a span of 7 years, the majority of the Iberian Peninsula was under Islamic control, marking a significant shift in the balance of power in Europe. But the expansion did not go unchallenged. The Islamic forces faced resistance on multiple fronts. In the north, the Franks, led by Charles Martel, halted the Islamic advance at the Battle of Tours in 732. This was a significant event as it marked a limit to the Islamic expansion into Western Europe. Meanwhile, in the east, the Byzantine Empire, the successor to the Eastern Roman Empire, engaged in a series of wars with the Islamic Caliphate, resulting in a fluctuating frontier that lasted for centuries. The Islamic expansion into Europe had a profound impact on the continent, both culturally and religiously. Islamic rule in the Iberian Peninsula, known as Al-Andalus, became a melting pot of cultures where Islamic, Christian, and Jewish traditions coexisted and influenced each other. This period saw a flourishing of science, philosophy, and arts, with scholars from Al-Andalus playing a crucial role in preserving and expanding knowledge in a time often referred to as the Dark Ages in the rest of Europe. Religiously, the Islamic expansion brought a new faith to Europe. Islam spread across the Iberian Peninsula and into parts of the Balkans, where it remains a significant religion today. This added a new layer to Europe's rich religious tapestry and set the stage for a complex and intertwined history of coexistence, conflict, and exchange between Islam and Christianity. The expansion into Europe was a testament to the growing influence of Islam. This period of expansion not only extended the geographical boundaries of the Islamic Empire, but also spread Islamic culture, science, and religion into the heart of Europe, leaving a lasting imprint that continues to be felt to this day. The expansion of Islam wasn't just about conquests and territories, it was about a legacy. This legacy is not only etched in the scrolls of history, but also vividly reflected in the cultural, religious, and scientific tapestry of the regions it touched. When the Islamic civilization expanded, it didn't just bring a new religion, it brought with it a cultural exchange that was unparalleled, a vibrant mix of ideas, philosophies, and art forms that left a lasting impact. The Islamic Golden Age, a period stretching from the 8th to the 14th century, was a testament to this cultural exchange. It was an era of intellectual growth and scientific development. Islamic scholars made significant contributions in various fields, including mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. They preserved and expanded upon the knowledge of the ancients, building on the works of Greek and Roman scholars. Their treatises and books were translated into Latin and diffused into Europe, paving the way for the European Renaissance. Religiously, Islam brought a new perspective to the regions it expanded into. It introduced the concept of monotheism in regions where polytheism was prevalent. The teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the principles of the Quran started to resonate with the people, leading to a profound transformation in societal values and norms. Furthermore, the Islamic expansion facilitated the development of a unique architectural style. The Islamic architectural marvels, with their intricate geometric designs and calligraphy, still stand tall, bearing testimony to the artistic prowess of the Islamic civilization. From the Grand Alhambra in Spain to the majestic Taj Mahal in India, these architectural wonders continue to enchant the world. In essence, the Islamic expansion was not merely a physical spread of a civilization. It was the expansion of a worldview, an ethos, a way of life. It was about the exchange of ideas, the propagation of knowledge, and the cultivation of mutual respect and understanding among diverse cultures. The legacy of the Islamic expansion still resonates in our world today. It's a legacy of knowledge, a legacy of cultural exchange, a legacy of unifying diverse societies under the banner of shared values and mutual respect. The expansion of Islam was a pivotal period in our world's history. This journey, beginning with the birth of Islam, marked a significant turning point in the annals of time. The profound teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, unified the Arab tribes under a single banner of faith, setting the stage for a period of extraordinary growth and influence. We delved into the formation of the Rashidun Caliphate, a model of governance that was rooted in the principles of justice, equality, and brotherhood. This era witnessed the consolidation of Islamic rule, not only in Arabia, but extending beyond its borders, heralding the onset of a new world order. Our narrative then journeyed through the conquest of Persia. This was a momentous chapter in the expansion of Islam, where the resilient Persian Empire was incorporated into the burgeoning Islamic civilization. The fusion of these diverse cultures and traditions led to a vibrant era of intellectual and artistic efflorescence. We then retraced the steps of the Islamic armies as they ventured into the territories of the Roman Empire. These conquests, marked by strategic brilliance and a deep understanding of the opponent's psyche, resulted in the integration of Roman provinces into the Islamic realm. The echoes of this historical period reverberate in the architectural and cultural landscape of the Mediterranean region even today. Our exploration culminated with the Islamic expansion into Europe. This phase was characterized by a spirit of exploration and a quest for knowledge, leaving an indelible mark on European society, culture, and thought. The Islamic influence permeated every aspect of life, from science and philosophy to art and architecture. From the sands of Arabia to the heart of Europe, the expansion of Islam reshaped our world in ways that still echo today. This journey, filled with tales of valor, resilience, and wisdom, is a testament to the enduring legacy of Islam. As we delve into history, let's remember the lessons it teaches us: the power of unity, the strength of diversity, and the endless possibilities that lie in the pursuit of knowledge.